Almost every Australian man has a shed. Sheds come in all shapes and sizes, large, small, neat and tidy, or a conglomeration of tools and still to be finished projects. It's a refuge where a man can retreat and potter with various projects, listen to the footy or cricket at the weekend, possibly place a few bets on the horses, or a place for contemplation, or perhaps having a quiet beer with his mates. When retirement arrives, the natural inclination is to retreat to the shed and finish all those projects he's been postponing for so long. But as time passes, they no longer hold the urgent attraction they once did, or that broken item has now been replaced. Once maintenance round the house is complete, there's no motivation to look for anything new. The loss of interaction with workmates starts to take its toll. In some cases, men may lose their social connection to other men. The Men's Shed is an Australian initiative. It was first recognised in 2003 at Victor Harbour in South Australia as a means of relieving depression and providing support to men generally. The shed idea was so successful that it spread rapidly to the point where today there are over 600 sheds in Australia, and the concept has found recognition in Europe, North America, New Zealand and Ireland. The Bayside Men's Shed was established in 2008 and now has an active membership of approximately 70 members, with at least 2 inquiries a week and a new member every 2 weeks. It is evident that there has been a long-standing requirement for such a facility in the area. With the support and financial assistance of local councils and the federal government, the problem of men's health, local issues and community projects have become the core activity. Members are encouraged to bring along plans for new projects or get assistance with any they may be finding difficult in completing. Another pair of helping hands will always make a job easier and more enjoyable. It's astonishing to see the wealth of information and skills developed by the members over a lifetime of employment. Many of these skills are no longer taught, and the opportunity to pass on this knowledge to younger members is both appealing and satisfying. The publicity that the Men's Shed received in recent times has resulted in gifts of partly damaged sheets of particle board, other surplus materials and fittings, all of which can be salvaged and used in shed projects. When the bell rings, everyone stops work. There are no excuses and the shed settles down for morning tea. This is the time to sort out any grievances, discuss the shed projects, but most of all to relax and tell a couple of jokes. This quiet time can sometimes draw out those sensitive areas of concern we all get from time to time. Sharing problems and responsibility is what it's all about. The ability of members to contribute to projects where community funding can't be justified due to the labour cost is readily accepted by the members. Examples of recent projects include the design and construction of a demountable stage for the local theatre company and an arch of triumph for the finish of a fundraising bike ride from Canberra to Melbourne. Initiated by the Malt Cafe, it began with 7 paintings of the proposed race that were auctioned to raise funds and publicity. The paintings by Margaret Amond and Corinne Bostin took 5 months to complete. The Paceline team of 26 riders and their sponsors are raising money for cardiac arrhythmia. The finish was on Saturday 19th of November and concluded at the Arch at the South Melbourne Concourse at Beaumaris. Strangely enough, the one project that gave the Bayside Men's Shed Group the most satisfaction was the construction of a cubby house. It all began when Eric and Vanessa bought a build-it-yourself flat pack from Costco. The 12 packs duly arrived, and only then did Eric realise with horror the enormity of what he had let himself in for. Returning to Costco, he asked, how much would it cost to have someone build it? The reply was, "We haven't found anyone who will do it." After many inquiries, he approached John Knight, who, ever optimistic, assessed it as a project that members of the shed should assist with. Opening the rest of the flat packs, it was only then John found the DVD of how to build it, and the instruction manual, which was as thick as a Melbourne telephone directory. The total production time took 10 days, with 4 to 6 members working at a time, but it was a great success. Paul phoned Vanessa to pick a time to film the finished cubby house being used by the boys. Only then did he appreciate the impact that it made to the family. Their youngest child has always been reluctant to venture into the garden, but since it's been finished with a swing, slide and all the climbing frames, he's wanted to go out there every day. It is with justifiable pride that the members of the Bayside Men's Shed are able to display a range of photographs of their achievements and encourage others to follow their lead.